My name is Gordy Scott. I might be the youngest person in this room, I think. Me and Charlie, maybe. And maybe the little guy sitting right here. I just wanted to come up and say a few things. Some of you may have seen my post on the Dracut Parent website. I have a son that's going to be a freshman at the high school. He's a straight A student. I think as John most eloquently put earlier in his speech, that no one's against the schools. They need more money. Everyone needs more money. But everyone's got to think about this, and if you're watching on TV, or if you're here tonight, you got to think about all the things that are going on. The state's raising taxes. We have a town meals tax. We just paid for the schools, for the new high school, the vocational school, and in case that's something that people haven't mentioned, I happen to work for the government, and there is a $86.1 billion sequestration looming, coming up starting October 1st. And I'm probably going to either my job will get cut to 4 days a week, or I may lose my job. But that's not why I'm up here tonight to speak to the no vote. It's because, as everyone has said, the teachers make the difference. And I've seen Rich Cowan come on TV, and he likes to talk about stats, and I'm a stats person, I'm a computer guy, so I can talk stats with him. So he throws out we're a level 3 school, but if you actually look at the statistics, we have one of our schools that's a level 3 school, the rest are doing very well. Actually, our high school scores for MCAS are above the state average. Our Greenmont school is above the state average. Brookside is above the state average. Campbell is above the state average. They don't like to tell you those statistics. We have one school that's not doing so well, and that's the true stat. But that one school is bringing everything down. Not trying to point fingers or blame anyone, but you have to look at the stat. And as John and I have been texting back and forth, and John's a great friend of mine, and he wrote to me, he said the stats, Mark Twain's quote about this, how the stats can lie, and you can twist the stats any way you want, which is true. But I just think that, you got to look at everything. And another stat that I really got involved in this because I was seeing how very violent people were getting. I was posting things and I was just trying to make everyone aware of how much their taxes went up. And then they would come up and say, well, it's only $200 a year and blah, blah, blah. I said, well, wait a minute. I'm 40 years old. When I'm 82, that 200 or that, it's actually $265 it's going to cost me. That $265 when I'm 82 is now costing me almost $1,000 a year. Okay, so it's not just the cost of a cup of coffee now, it's $20,000. So I said to my wife, I said, well, why don't we just send them to private school? Why don't people have a choice, right? Why should I charge all you folks in here that can't afford it to send my, heck, I might put a override for next year to send my son to Tilton Academy for $60,000 a year. Let's do that, right? Probably fast. But I have to think I have two elderly parents, and my mother's in a wheelchair. My mother-in-law's in a wheelchair. My father had a heart attack. He can't pay his bills. They can't pay I have to buy their medication. So I can't look them in the eye. I can't look you guys in the eye and say, guess what? You need to pay for my son's education because that's my son. And I think you should pay for it. I can't do that. And that's why I'm so very strongly for the no vote, because I look at all you. How can I look you guys in the eyes and make you pay for my son's education? I can't. I can't do that. So they're going to throw stats, and they're going to continue to do that because that's the only thing they can do. And I understand people with kids that are 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, they got to think about the schools. But we can do it, but work with John. Work with our selectmen, say, we need better schools. Tell them, we need better schools. But we can't ask everyone to pay a BAM 2.9. Now, if they would have came and said, look, we need better technology, we need 800,000, which, by the way, was 630, then 650, now it's 850, and on and on. If they would have done an override for $800,000 for new computers and new internet and wireless, I wouldn't be here tonight. I'd be a yes. Because that would be a one-time shot, maybe cost us $100, $125 a person. Good, I'm for that. But what you have to do is, we have our selectmen, we have our town manager. You have to go to them. You have to change their mind. You have to say, look, we need more of the budget. And this is what I've been, and Rich Cowan will tell you, we're at the low cost per spending per pupil. I understand, he's right, it's the stat, right? But 50% of our budget goes to the schools, right? And what happens is, what they do is they separate, the vote goes, it gets about 7% and the high school gets 43. And I agree, they need more money, but let's do it over, let's make a 10-year plan. And let's increase it a little bit at a time and it won't hurt us. That's all. So I just ask everyone, if everyone here tonight can pick up the phone and make one phone call, talk to somebody. Tell them the real story. Just, everyone's got to make at least one phone call and just tell everyone what the real story is. And I think, I truly believe that the people will vote no. And if they don't, I hope that they're comfortable with themselves looking everyone in this room in the eye and telling them that you're going to pay for my kid's education. Thank you.